Dear students, this is the last of the video lecture we are going to have from the section file handling. So now we are going to see the file handling functions part 3, accessing file randomly. So this is the last uh, topic in that particular module. So let's see what it is. So here we were discussing about different methods for accessing the data in the file. Until now we were doing it in a sequential manner. So this is what we were doing till now. So till now it was a sequential accessing. So we start from the beginning and we'll go on reading each data just like that copy program that we have done. The first position, it starts reading and it goes till the EOF or the end of file character is reached. So it's a sequential method of accessing the data in a file. So operation starts from the beginning of the file, progress sequentially, and the written or the wrote or the data was wrote or read one after the another. Example, to read a data in the fifth position, we need to start from the position 1, 2, 3, 4, and then only we can reach the position 5 in the methods we discussed till now. So now we are thinking about an optional way of directly accessing the fifth position rather than going in a sequence because it is time consuming. If a file has got some 100 contents or say 1000 contents, and if you are going sequentially to access the 999 content, what happens? I need to waste a lot of time in the processing to reach that particular position. So we need to have some shortcuts to directly reach the position we intended to reach. So that's what we are going to discuss now. So that's the random access of data. So there is no need of sequence, can access data at any position randomly, faster access to data. It is the advantage of this, provided we know the exact position. If we are not aware of the exact position what we want, then it's a trouble. If we know the position, then things are pretty easy. Okay. So these are some of the commands that we use for the random access. So first one is fseek. So this function is for accessing data randomly. So the syntax is given here. Fseek, file pointer or fptr or something, offset value, and reference position. So you should be very careful while you are doing fseek. There are 3 parameters. In case of fwrite and fread, we were having 4 parameters. Here there are 3 parameters. The first one is the pointer, so fptr. Second is the offset. So if you want to access the 11th position, you need to give the value of offset as 10. So automatically the pointer location will go to the end of 10, which is the 11th position. So offset value for 11th position is 10. For nth position is n minus 1. Remember that. Then this is the reference position. So reference position, we can give 3 values. Either you can give 0, 1 or 2, or you can type in seek set, seek underscore cur or seek underscore end, and this should be capital letter. Okay, everything should be capital letter, seek underscore set. Similarly, these all should be in capital letter. I have written it in lowercase, but it should be in uppercase. Or else you can simply give 0, 1 and 2. Now what happens when I type 0 at this position? Okay, reference position, if I am telling it as 0, it means it's from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning I need to offset 10 values. That's the meaning of giving 0 as a reference position. If I'm giving 1 as a reference position, it means that whichever point I'm currently at, from that I need to have this offset value. Okay, for example, if I'm in the second position, now if I use the offset value as 10 and the reference position as 1, the current position or the new position will be 2 plus 10. Okay, it will go to the 12th position. So that's how it works. And when I give 2, it means that from the end what should be the position. So you should give them some negative value to reach the required position. So we'll see a simple example which will make these things store in your mind with clarity. So for example, for accessing the 11th position, the offset from the beginning statement should be 10. So fptr 10 will take you to the 11th position of fptr. Okay, so that is the fseek. Now the pointer is at the 11th position. So now whatever command you use, for example fscanf or fgetc, everything is going to fetch the data from the 11th position. That's what this fseek is. Then we have something called as ftell. This is to get the current position of file pointer. Okay, and it returns the value as bytes. Okay, so if a particular string is a particular file is having a content, say content of 10 bytes, say 10 characters. So when we are at the last position or the end of file, then if we are using ftell, so the position is at the very end, so it will give the number of bytes till that particular position. So if you are at the last position, ftell will give you the size of the file in bytes. Okay, that's the last statement what we have given here. If the file pointer is set to the end of file, ftell returns the size of file. We will see that also. I have one sample program which will be demonstrating all these things. Then there is rewind. Okay, rewind is basically like what we do in case of olden days we used to do in tape recorder. When we push the rewind button and we wait for some time, it goes all the way back to the beginning of the record or tape. Same thing happens here. If you use rewind fptr, the pointer to the file, it goes to the beginning. So whichever position you are in, it doesn't matter. The next point you are going to be at the beginning of the file. That is the rewind function, just like the function in tape recorder. Then fget position and fset position. These two are the two tools what we have. We want to, for example, if I use fget position, so it basically returns the current position. Okay, what is the position? Get the position detail. That's what it meant by fget position. Okay, so the syntax is fget position, the pointer, and this is a special variable. We will mention that when we are discussing the program. So I'm giving the address, so the position, the current position will be stored in this particular variable. Now there is fset position. What it does, the word is set. This is get, which means you are fetching the position details, and here what you are going to do is you are going to take the pointer to that particular position. Okay, if I say 10, then if I will be using fptr 10, so what it does is it will take the pointer to the 10th position. That's how it works. So there is fget position and fset position, and there is one more which is feof. This we have seen in the very beginning, like in the second lecture also, when we are dealing with the additional problems in file handling function. We have seen this end of file is basically to reach the end of the file. It will return the value 0 or 1. It will return 0 if you are not at the end of file. It will return 1 if you are at the end of file. That is basically a binary operator, which means it returns true or false. True represents 1 and false represents 0. So if feof of fptr is 0, it means that it is not the end of file. If feof fptr happens to be 1, it means it's the end of file. Now we are going to see a simple program which will help in explaining all these different things or different functions we discussed. The random accessing functions we discussed will be clear to you. So I'm using a simple program in which everything has been clubbed together. So to understand this, we need to have the first we need to see what is there in the file. Okay, so here what I'm going to work on is so you can see here I have a character, defined a character ch, and I have defined a character array, file content having size 10, then a file pointer. I have opened it. It is the test.txt and in the readable state. So whatever data that is available in test.txt can be read. So now I'm trying to open the test.txt. So this is the file. So it contains 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0. So there are 10 values in this particular file. Okay, so this is what we are going to deal with. Now, what are the things that I'm doing here? I checked whether the file was opened properly. Then fread. Okay, we have seen this. What is fread? If you want to read the content of a file into a variable, we use fread. Everything in that will be read in a single go. So the format also, I guess you remember. The first one is the address of the variable, then size. Okay, we were using size of command, or I can directly type in the value itself. So here the size of the character array is 10. Sorry, the size of the character array, we had defined it here, it is 10. So directly I am placing it 10, and this is the modifier. So 10 times 1 is 10 itself, and the pointer. So whatever uh, data is available in the first 10 bytes of the file will be written into file content. Okay, so now file content contains what is the first 10 data? It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0. Those are the first 10 data. That 10 data will be read or stored in the file content, and I am printing the data in file content. Now, before going to the rest of the program, I am just taking the output. Okay, I'm going to keep the output. Okay, it's very small. I will have it in a notepad so that you can see it clearly. Okay, I'm placing it here so that we can see it along when we are discussing. So this is the first thing what I did. I printed the content. Put S, that is the string, is displayed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. That is the data that is available in the file content. Now I'm trying this. I'm using the fseek command. Okay, and I'm using the reference as 0, which means beginning. Okay, seek set 0. So when I do this fptr3 0, so what happens is that it goes to the position 3, that is 1 2 and 3, because it starts from the 0th position or the beginning. So 1 2 and 3, so it is here. Now when I do fscanf, okay, I'm reading the character. So the character that will be read will be this particular character. Okay, because a pointer is here. So when I do the operation of reading the character, it will read the next character, which is 4. So, and what I did is I stored that in the ch, the character ch. Now I'm printing the character. So I got the value as 4. Okay, because it was in the 4th position. Now I'm using again fseek with the reference position reference 1, which means from the current position. Once this is done, okay, once this is done, now the position will be here, because after each execution of a command, the pointer position will be incremented by 1. So earlier, by using this statement, it reached here. Then I used the scanf statement, so it reached here. Now the position is this. And what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to access the data in the 4th position, but I'm in the 5th position now. So I need to go back by 1 position. The current position is position 5. So to go to position here, what I need to use is -1. Okay. So from this position, I will go back here, and when I read it again, read the same data 4. Okay. Now, next what I'm using is the position reference 2, which means seek end. Okay, seek end. So what it does, I have done -7 of seek end. -7 means from the end it will go -7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Again it reaches this point, and then I am reading the content, so I'll be again getting the value 4. So to access the content in 4th position, I can use any of these operations. I can use seek set, seeker, or seek end. So these are all fseek, different methods of accessing the same data, but you need to be careful which one you are using, whether it is the beginning or the current position or the end. So it depends upon 0 1 2, that is the third parameter in the fseek command. Okay, so that's about fseek. Now we are going to discuss about the get position and set position. Okay, so I told you that there is some special type of data type, that is this one, f position t. So what this is going to fetch, or this is going to give, is a position value. Okay, but the position value, it is not integer. The data type, the exact data type should be this one, f position, f pos underscore t. If I'm using an integer here, I will show you what happens. If I'm using integer, it will be giving me the result, but it is going to throw an error because that is not the exact data type. So you can see here, I got the result, but if I'm checking the report here, I can see warning. Okay, so this will function the way we want, but the problem is that there are still warnings. So the right way of doing it is by defining this variable as this data type, that is f position underscore t. That is the exact one for storing the position details. Okay, I am again taking the results. So here you can see here, f get position, fptr and a, right? So what it does is it fetches the current position, so where the control is. So I have the last one that I used, I read this data and I am in this particular position. So when I use this, it is going to store the value in a as, you can see here, the current position is 4 because it is here, position 4, position 1, 2, 3 and 4, it is in position 4. So that value will be stored in a, and I'm using this printf command to print the value. So the okay, here, so I'm using the printf statement to print the value, and I got the value as 4 because I'm in the 4th position. Now again I'm tying the set position command. So what does the set position do? Set position will set the content at that particular location. So the location what I'm giving is a. Okay, what is a? A is currently the value 4. So now I'm setting the position to 4. So when I set the position to 4, it's already in position 4. So whatever value that is coming after position 4, there is the value 5 will be read into ch, and I will be getting the value of ch as 5. Okay, because it was in this position, I set the same position. If I want to change the position, okay, we'll try that. So let it be I'm using, say, a position 7. Okay, and if I run it now, okay, sorry, it's throwing an error because of that data type. Okay, that warning issue will be coming. So we'll stick on to that itself, no problem. Okay, so I have this, that is the set position. So what set position does it? It will take the pointer location to the location we are specifying. So we are setting the position, that is f set pos. F get pos is fetching or getting the location of the current position. So you don't get confused, the term itself is very clear: get position, set position, and you just need to remember the syntax. Now we are going to see the rewind command. So what is the rewind command? Rewind function, it's like the rewind function in tape. We already mentioned that it goes all the way to the beginning and it will start from the beginning. So when I do rewind fptr, the position will go back to the very beginning position, that is here. And now I'm doing f get c. So whatever character is there in that position, I'm saving it to ch. So the character available in that position is 1. Now I'm printing the character, I'm getting it as 1. Okay, after rewind I'm getting it as 1. Now I'm using the ftell command. Okay, ftell is basically, it will return the size or the position of the current position in bytes. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want to get the size of this file, so I'm using the ftell command here. I am going to the end of the file. So to do that, the easiest option is to use fseek. If I use fseek fptr02, what is 2 in meaning of 2? 2 is seek end. Okay, so I'm talking about the position from the end. So when I do this from the end, I need 0 position, which means the end itself. So this will directly take me to the end of the file, and I'm using a variable b, and I'm taking the value that is fetched using this function ftell fptr. So it is currently here. It will fetch the position in bytes, and I'm printing the value of b, and I'm getting it as 10. You can see here there are 10 positions, so 10 bytes will be occupied because these are considered as characters. So 10 positions, 10 bytes, and that is getting displayed here. Okay, so this is a best example which represents all the functions that we discussed in this particular video lecture. So I will send this file also, so you can just play around with different strings, different functions. This fseek, just change the values from 3 to 1 4 5, see what happens. Okay, the only way, again I'm repeating, the only way to learn programming is by making errors and correcting it. Just like cycling, you will learn cycling only once you fell from it. Okay, just like swimming, only after drowning a bit, then only you will become a good expert swimmer. Just like that, use the code. This you can keep it as your reference. Just refer the initial portion of the video, prepare the code by yourself, run it. You may get some error, go back and refer this part and correct it. That is the best way to learn coding. Okay, happy coding. Thank you.